It's another episode of Gus Talks Wrestling, and since the Money in the Bank PLE just occurred, it's time for my afterthoughts about all of the matches. First off, we have the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This one was, if not the best, one of the best matches of the entire evening. Every single one of these competitors, Stephanie Vakir, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Julia all did so good throughout this match and some really impressive spots. There were a few times that I really thought Naomi got her face broken. And speaking of Naomi, she wasn't the one I wanted to win, but I am very happy for her. And I think from the beginning, it seemed pretty likely that she was going to be Miss Money in the Bank. And I can't wait to see what her briefcase is going to end up looking like with like all of the caution stuff all over it. So I'm going to give this match a 5 out of 5. Next up, we had the surprise match of Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon Jr. for his Intercontinental Championship. This was a really good one just to be pulled out of nowhere, especially because it got started during the AAA Worlds Collide PLE, and then it just continued on to this one. The match between the two of them was really, really good. Octagon Jr., I feel, has a very good possibility of getting into the WWE at some point, but in general, if not, he's at least showcased that AAA is very good and something that everyone should watch. Now, I don't think it's any surprise that Dominic retained the title. This was a very good match, and I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. Next up, the Women's Intercontinental Championship match of Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Another very good back and forth match. I don't think the two of them have had a bad one. I just wouldn't say it was amazing. Some very good spots, but in general, just kind of a meh, yeah, that was good. I think probably my biggest issue is that there was no sign of Bailey in this, whether or not she was coming to help Lyra, or completely screw over Becky, or some weird heel turn and turning on Lyra. I do think that Becky is doing a great job as a heel this time around, and I love that Lyra just let her have it though at the end of all of this. But for this match, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Then we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, another really good one. Everyone involved, LA Knight, Penta, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins, and El Grande Americano also did an amazing job throughout this one and also had some really good spots as well. So first off, congratulations to Seth Rollins. I completely understand why they went this direction. It does make sense storyline wise. I was just kind of hoping that it would have been LA Knight or even El Grande Americano who won. One of my favorite things about this match was all of the outside interference. You had Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, JC Mateo and Jacob Fatu. I just wish all of the other partners, or at least the other companions of everyone else, would have shown up as well. Like, you could have had CM Punk and Sami Zayn show up. You could have had all of American Made. You also could have had Ray Phoenix show up to help out his brother Penta. All in all, though, really good match. I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5 as well. And finally, we have the tag team match of John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. This was really, really good. I hated the last time that John Cena and Cody Rhodes were in a ring together because that WrestleMania match was garbage. This, though, was fantastic. One of my favorite moments was when Logan Paul actually had the drone and the moves were actually being done to him and we watched it through the eyes of the drone. But of course, the number one thing we have to talk about when it comes to this match, R-Truth is back, baby. I am so happy about this. I am so glad that they listened to the fans and brought him back. And it's going to be interesting to see because it seems like they're going to be going the route of turning him into a more serious character and allowing him to go back under the name of Ron Killings. So I really, really like the idea of this, mainly due to the fact that when he was going underneath that name in TNA, he was really good. So I'd love to see him get back into the title picture, maybe even have another John Cena fight. But the possibilities are endless, and I can't wait to see what happens. So for this match, I am also giving it a 5 out of 5. Now, something else I also want to talk about in this video is the branding. Some people have a big issue with this. I personally don't. Like, as you see on the mat there, there's tons of logos and all this other advertising. I don't have any issue with that. But of course, with this PLE, they added in a couple of extra things. You now have Slim Jim sponsoring the tables, which that's another thing where it's like, I don't really care as much, so what? It has a logo on there. I know some people are going to have an issue with that, but it's fine to me. And also, of course, Fireball sponsored the ladder that was used in the men's Money in the Bank. I honestly found that more funny than anything else, especially when the commentators are like, "Oh my god, he's got the Fireball ladder." I I'm totally fine with this, but let me know in the comments if you absolutely hate the fact that they're starting to do this, or if you're like me and it's just kind of like, meh, okay. So altogether, the 2025 Money in the Bank, I'm going to give this entire one a 5 out of 5. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this PLE.